Our next discussion, in addition to the introduction we did previously, is about population distribution. So if you remember, one of our objectives was to understand where land, population, and wealth are all distributed around the world. Let's first of all define what population distribution is. It is the arrangement of people on the earth. It is where do they live, in what regions do they live, in what countries do they live, in what climates do they live. So again, what arrangement of people are on the earth? Where have they settled? I want you to make sure that you know that not all people are equally distributed. I mean, I think that seems like an easy thing to understand, but if you'll note this for a minute, there are areas of the world where no one lives. Maybe the land is uninhabitable for some reason. So it's not that we have, 7.4 billion people around the world and we have plenty of land for all of them, because there is plenty of land. Unfortunately, not all of the land is created equal. So not all people are equally distributed around the world. In fact, about 2/3 of the world's population actually live between 20 degrees north and 60 degrees north latitude. About 2/3 of the world's population live between 20 degrees north and 60 degrees north latitude. So this is about where people live. 20 degrees is around here, 60 degrees around here, give or take. And most of the people in the world actually live just in this eastern hemisphere. So if you'll note, there is India and China. We said have the two highest populations in the world today. You'll notice India is not a very large place. India, if you put it next to the United States, is smaller. But yet they have 3 to 4 times the people that America has. So again, not everything is evenly distributed. If you know anything about climate, you do know that this is a moderate zone, which is another reason why a lot of people live there. But also south is a moderate zone too, and not a lot of people live down in this area. Are there a good number of people that live in those areas that are south? Yes. But again, 2/3, 66%, around 60% of the world live in this area within here. So what affects distribution? Why do people go to different places? And again, this might seem like common sense, but make sure that you do know these. First of all, is there access to good water? And, this could be near a river. This could be for transportation. This could be for bathing. This could be for cleaning and cooking. This could be for, again, like I said, agriculture and growing your crops. Also, fertility of soil. How well are you able to grow certain crops? So if you remember back in the first day that we studied, we looked at that J curve and the developing countries versus the industrialized countries. So remember, the developing countries, there was a tremendous amount of people that are still living in areas that are farmers. So they definitely are going to look for fertile soil so that they can grow their crops, either crops for their own families or crops that they can produce to sell in exchange with others. And then moderate temperature climate. So like I mentioned, in this region here, this is a temperate climate. These are things that's not an area that's going to be extremely hot, but not extremely cold as well. So there are going to be areas where people can thrive and enjoy the climate. We are all demographers. For the next couple of sessions that we come together, we are going to be looking at the characteristics of human populations. We're going to be looking at the size of the population, the growth of the population, what we call density. We'll look a little bit more about that, where they're distributed, and then some vital statistics. Vital statistics are male versus female, age groups, life expectancy. Those are all vital statistics. So I would like you to know this definition of demography. Again, when we are coming in over the rest of the unit, we are going to be looking at ourselves as demographers, not only geographers, but also demographers, because we are going to be studying the characteristics of human populations, such as size, growth, density, distribution, and vital statistics.